Hey guys, David here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, what another amazing day we have seen inside this XRP ecosystem, because right now we are watching Bitcoin, right, bounce between 89 and that $91,000 mark, while XRP is showing tremendous strength, holding above $2.15. Big time deal. And guys, we've got some TA folks out there that are pointing out that, listen, in 2017, we watched XRP do a 3-month cool off as it came down to that 3-month 20 EMA, and then absolutely fired off to do a 25x return. And guys, guess what we're seeing in 2025? We've just watched the same thing, XRP doing that 3-month cool off, and the fact that we saw that same scammy wick in 2017 before, and it tinkered along just like that before it really blew off. And that's exactly what we've seen here. And these guys are all coming out, and there's now been 2 or 3 of them all singing the same song, that we could be in store for a massive move up with this big time bullish signal that the last time we saw it, guys, it was printed in 2017. Well, now it's printed it in 2025. Now, you just couple that with all that is going on for XRP that was not going on in 2017, right? Because in 2017, XRP did not have that legal clarity as, not being a security, designated as not a security. In 2017, we did not have the Genius Act. We did not have the Clarity Act. There were no XRP ETFs out there. And also, get this, in 2017, XRP was listed on only one U.S. exchange. That was Poloniex, guys. And look at the move that it did when it was ready to fly. Tinkered along just like that. Bang, 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 bang. All of a sudden, boom! It shot off like a rocket and literally made the fortunes of so many. Now, even in 2021, and I have brought this out because in 2020 to 2021, in that bull cycle, well, of course, XRP went underneath that lawsuit. In December 2020 is when the SEC dropped that lawsuit on Ripple. And of course, that suppressed the price of XRP. Do you realize, of course, all those exchanges that delisted it, everyone save, uphold, yet XRP did a 1,200% return with all that scrutiny on it. Now, think about this. Here we are, 2025, with all that legal clarity out there. The lawsuit completely over. The fact that it's mirroring 2017 and in some cases 2021. And on top of that, listed on every single U.S. exchange and then some that it was ever listed on before. Guys, I think we are seeing a setup for a monster move in XRP. But the other thing I think a lot of people, they are going to miss it. And they're going to miss it because they're believing all the fear, the uncertainty, and doubt. And when it happens, they are not going to be ready for it, guys. They are not. And of course, what did we see when we saw that big scammy wick just a couple weeks back there? Well, you couldn't even get onto your exchanges. You couldn't execute the trades. You couldn't even buy. Some people out there, they weren't wanting to sell. They wanted to gobble up as much as they could, and they couldn't even get on until XRP had bounced back within, get this, 3 hours time from where it dropped to $1.25. When it dropped down that far, fired all the way back up well above $2, I think almost to 270. And folks couldn't even get on to Coinbase, Kraken, Uphold, none of them. That's why I always bring out the fact that, listen, back in 2020 when that run that Judy and I were in, we were watching the same thing happen. Whenever there was any kind of major activity, well, the exchanges would all go down. You couldn't even get in on the servers. Well, it was Ben Armstrong that was talking about Caleb and Brown. And Judy and I signed up there. Now, we have been with them for about 6 years. And I'll tell you what, having them in your back pocket, a big time deal. Because you don't have to pay 1 penny to set up an account with Caleb and Brown. You don't pay a cent to talk to your broker. You don't pay a dime if you choose to custody your assets with them. There's not a fee for that. There are no withdrawal fees. The only time you ever pay a fee is when you buy and when you sell. And I'll tell you what, when you consider that fee at a time when you're not even able to get on to the exchanges, do you want to be holding your XRP for all the time that you've accumulated and you watch it meteorically move? And yet you got to sit on the sidelines and just watch it happen, that you can't even take advantage of that to see something absolutely phenomenal change in your financial situation? Well, guys, I know a lot of people that's happened to, but having a broker makes a big difference. Now, we've got a link right down there in the description of our videos, and you can use that link to sign up for Caleb and Brown. And I make no bones about telling folks, listen, if you use that, they do pay us a referral fee. But you know what? It's the same referral fee if you signed up and then you absolutely got your sister on the phone and said, hey, da-da-da-da-da, and she signed up using your referral code, well, you would get that. So, guys, it's nothing big deal. But I'll tell you what, whether you choose to use that link or you go online yourself, and you sign up for Caleb and Brown, I'll tell you what, you want to take a look at it to be a viable option when you're really, really going to need one. And guys, when you consider what's going on in the marketplace right now, and the sentiment literally in the toilet, and I'm thinking to myself, why are folks so terrified? Because right now, we're about as bullish as you could ever possibly get, because you can see the outlook of what's coming, can't you? I mean, you don't even have to, they're out there telling it right to your place. You don't even have to dig too far. And the information is right there. When you consider, you can just go online and listen to Larry Fink talking about the tokenization of these, all of these equity markets. You're watching the legislation take place. Do you think they're doing a Clarity Act and a Genius Act and the micro regulations in the EU for nothing? And we're watching Ripple, who is literally has the ecosystem contracted or has expanded. Well, we know it's expanded, but we're watching them make major milestones around the wide world, like we just reported about what just happened in the United Arab Emirates, where they're able to use RLUSD as a monetary instrument over there. I mean, it is truly amazing. And on top of that, you know, with all the stuff that is going on with the ETFs and things like that, guys, have you seen a better setup? I mean, in any asset class, in terms of potential, have you really seen a better setup? Well, I don't think I have. That's my personal 100% biased opinion. But I encourage you so much to get out there and really research it. And don't let yourself become a victim to the psychology of the market. Get yourself ready and prepared. And today I just communicated that we had opened up our coaching there. And that's where you and I get to sit together one-on-one for that 1 hour over Zoom. And we will take a look at your portfolio. And the goal is getting that balance towards the achievement of your goals, understanding the psychology in the market and not allowing yourself to literally be the victim of what's coming. Because I'm going to tell you guys, a lot of people, they're sitting there thinking they're ready, and they're not even close to being ready. Judy and I lived it, and we have seen it happen. And I've seen people ride it all the way up, ride it all the way back down, and literally watch the whole thing pass right before their very eyes, and did not position themselves right where they needed to be to truly take advantage of what was presented right at that time. Because I'll tell you what, guys, I genuinely believe, and Judy and I, like I say, we've got that ticket and we're buckled in, and I want you sitting right there beside me when we blast right through the atmosphere, way past the moon and straight through Jupiter. It is going to be phenomenal, guys. Absolutely phenomenal. So I'll tell you what, until tomorrow, we're going to have another amazing, Saturday question answer. Of course, we got sugar on Sunday. It's going to be fantastic, guys. And until then, I sure hope you have an absolute fabulous one. And guys, take care.